Hello.
Who goes first these
I don't know. You tried to steal it from me, so I was waiting to see if you were going to try to rob it again.
KBM's famously gone first for hundreds of episodes now, and
I know. I stole it after we changed the show format because I thought it'd be like more like emceeing it these days. But no, you can still have it, KBM.
Okay,
This is our first time with all four of us as well. We'll see.
How I know I haven't been here in a couple of weeks, but yeah, Rekt Radio episode 112. That's solid. We got a lot of stuff going on. Firmly in the treasury company meta, going down the alt chain, hype treasuries, fucking Tron treasuries, every day a new treasury company. So nice. It's a lot going on out here. What's up, fellas?
Fantastic. And we're live on Kick. So go check us out. I think we've got the channel now we're trying to close in on 1,000 followers on the Kick.
Oh, wow.
That's quite a lot. On Kick. Sponsored by YEET Casino and Rekt Drinks.
And Myriad.
And Epic Duck and all sorts of shit.
Whatever we can throw at it. Yeah. It's so go check us out on Kick. We're obviously giving out prizes based on that as well. We'll give out a code midway through the show for people to come on and follow. But we're getting like hundreds of viewers on these at the moment, which is really nice. Oh god.
So
that was my long
show to begin with. I know right before we came live, you guys were talking about Conor McGregor's dick, but
yeah, let's talk about that.
It was just me and Kook.
Yeah, we were just talking about what happened this week,
right?
Yeah, of course.
I haven't seen it actually. If anyone's got a link,
well, it's
Azalea Banks Twitter.
I was googling it for a while. I couldn't find it. I was like, Conor McGregor.
Do it in Twitter. You'll find it straight. You'll find it straight away.
I don't really know.
The story is that he just like cold DM'd Azalea Banks, seemingly his dick. Like
that's the result of a coke bender, or some kind of upper bender. He just got a little too horny.
That would make sense. This feels like I feel like that's not your first time. Like
bro, it was a DM request screenshot, and it's his dick, and then it's a message that's like a pseudo threat. It's like rats get caught or something like that. Yeah. And then the second picture of him like with some kind of a weight on his dick, right? Like very, very odd. There's drugs involved for sure. Like
his dick benches more than me at this point. So
it was a strange strange opening gambit. You just feel like he's probably done that a number of times. He's really going off the rails though, really, isn't he? Like strange. I can't really think of another sports person that's gone off the rails like that. Like, I feel like Tiger Woods.
Antonio Brown.
Yes. But Antonio Brown wasn't like the best in the world at any stage.
He was one of the best wide receivers of all time.
For a while, he was just like
number one. Yeah. But
he DMs me all the time. Like it's probably been a month, but like, oh man, like. When shitcoins were going crazy, AB in my DMs all the time.
He DM'd YEET actually too. Like,
what do I buy?
For us to fucking pay him.
No, he wants to run, bro. He's like, oh, I gotta pay child support. Like, let's drop a token. Like, yeah. He's the other day. He's like, oh, I've never dropped a CA, and like this is like this week, I don't know, 4 or 5 days ago. He's like, I've never dropped a CA. I'm gonna drop my first one, and like somebody used some tool to like scrape his Twitter and show all the times he's tweeted a CA, and it was like 59 times.
I was at a conference in London, and he actually, I think he already sponsors somebody. I think he sponsors BC Game.
Yeah.
I went past their stand, and it was Antonio Brown, Jason Derulo, and I think like another UFC fighter, maybe like but it was like. Oh, they've really got the crop there of people that will sponsor a crypto casino. Antonio Brown and Jason Derulo coming.
Fire. I don't know anyone I trust more to handle my bets and the all-knowing. I'd love them to handle it. Yeah.
Jason Derulo thing was crazy, right? Jason Derulo is a pretty like big superstar, and then he just dropped his like shitty little coin, and everyone was fudding it, and he was like, "No, man, like I'm gonna like, work hard at this," and then he's just disappeared. Like,
Yeah, once the price goes down, everything changes.
Yeah.
You know?
Funny thing is, all these guys, like you tell any of your normie mates about Derulo or Antonio Brown, they're like, going to be like, "Oh fuck, like that guy's huge. I can't believe like you hung out, he DMs you, or I can't believe he follows you." And
Oh
then in
yeah,
our world, people are like, "Man, these guys are such losers." Like it's
bro. Football's like a religion to my brother, and I was telling him about AB, like sending him the screen caps, like, "Yo, look," he's like, "Tell him he's got to pay child support. He wants to launch a coin with me," and like, he couldn't believe it. And I'm like, "Bro, this guy's actually like a clown in my space. Like, I don't even. It's crazy. I even answer him only because I like AB. Like, yeah, it's really funny, man. They just
here's a
it doesn't
question for
work
you
the
guys.
same.
I've got a question for you guys. If we get like, let's say we get AB a Rekt drink.
Get on
and
the
he kind of-
show.
Sorry. Well, yes.
on
Number
the
one, get him on the show. Let's say we get him a Rekt drink. Is that bullish because it's also a normie
Oh, yeah.
product, and the normies are like,
Bro.
"Oh fuck, that's huge."
You get AB to like put a wrecked photo or something of him drinking it on Instagram. That's crazy. I think
that's
it's
huge,
different
right?
because it's a drink, right? Yeah,
Yeah. Right.
I think
AB,
about- we
you're
think
not a
about-
loser. Hit me up.
Yeah.
he's still cool. I love him actually. Like
The
he
third
can
one
stay
was
around
Colby,
crypto.
The third one was Colby Covington. That was the other person on it. Like that was
Oh.
the trio. But I was thinking about, we think about this for YEET all the time. Like the things that you can get away with in broader marketing versus on CT. Like there's like,
Oh, yeah.
if you make one wrong move on CT, it's like, oh my god, like extractor, or like, oh, like broken the social contract, all this sort of stuff. People will just get any of these guys to just shill anything. It feels,
Bro, you don't even have to do anything on CT to get like. It's not like it matters to me, right? Like it doesn't affect my standing on CT. It's actually turned into a comical thing. But that guy made a whole website to review people that you don't like,
Yeah.
right? And they're just like, oh yeah, no, he's a scammer. Like with no scams listed. It's just crazy, right? Like the real world. And then these rappers come in and drop 20 rugs on us and like do it again 6 months later. They'll all be back, which is cool. I'll let AB stick around CT and rug us. Like he's cool. He's a good character.
they do come back every few months, isn't it? Every like 6 to 12 months, the same kind of crew come back, and it's like Soldier Boy. You know, it's just like he's back. You know what point of the cycle it is, where like people are ready to buy a coin of Sexy Red. Like it kind of just feels like that happens every 6 to 12 months, and you know you're close to the top around then.
Yeah.
That doesn't feel like it's happening right now, though. That's what I would say. If we're going to bring it back to the market, like, all-time highs, ETH trading well, a bunch of other things trading well. It doesn't feel frothy, I don't think, really, to me.
I totally agree. And I've been kind of tossing this idea around in my head, actually, and I kind of want to know what you guys think of it. But, like, is there the potential that in the second half of this cycle, or I look at it like it's the second half or, like, last third of the bull cycle, is there the potential that we do not get a retail normie frenzy because it's just a BTC land grab by institutions and everybody feels priced out? And like if they came in a year ago, they got smoked on memes. We don't have a new Ponzi to sell them. So I'm like, is it actually gonna get super frothy aside from the assets institutions want to buy?
I think that's a pretty good way of thinking about it, if I'm honest. Like, if you remember how 2021 went, the normie part of 2021 was actually the first half. And the second half, people thought like buying NFTs or buying like these more like beta trades would be the trade. And actually Bitcoin just hit an all-time high again. And then nothing else really kind of hit that all-time high again. I get the feeling that this one feels like TradFi have gotten on an ETH trade and are now going to like pump the narrative a little bit here. You know, like they had the Bitcoin trade. Now, like enough people you had big inflows into ETH, and now they're just going to be like, right, we're just going to, this is our altcoin. Like we're going to pump this for a little bit. I don't think this is a trade where like there's, like just give me the contract. Like it doesn't feel like that at this stage, like at all. I would be, and I think that's kind of the error. I would be very wary of like beta trades, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Because I don't think you have like the like army of normies coming to buy the 10x.
What I would say though, even though you don't have the army of normies, I think people forget how much capital there is in the system, especially if ETH rallies. Like there are tons of like mega ETH whales out there. If ETH goes to 5K, 10K plus, like there's a lot of wealth that's going to be printed. And some of these guys, like in 2021, obviously you had like meme coins that went crazy, Doge Shib, NFTs. There's an argument to say that was retail, but you had this like crazy like DeFi stuff where like people just plowed like hundreds of millions of dollars into like random shit. And that capital I don't think was purely retail. So I do still think like you don't necessarily need retail to come in to get to crazy levels and stuff. I think there's a lot of like quiet capital out there that will get activated if shit gets crazy. That isn't necessarily retail, but people just,
I
just
like
swim
that.
away in.
I actually agree with what you're saying. I like that though, because it feels as though it will be I don't know how to describe it, but it'll be like the crypto native winners. The stuff that like actually crypto people want to bet on, rather than just like, oh, random coin gets created by celebrity that will be the winner. Like you can see it's like, you'll see it will be the stuff that people rotate into, but they like the protocol, like a Hyperliquid or a PENGU or a Rekt. Like they feel like more crypto native brands, which will be more of the winners.
Fartcoin.
Yeah.
Fartcoin big on that list, but I totally agree.
I want to read out something someone put in a group chat that I'm in. I hope they don't mind. But
can we bring up the ETH BTC chart? Can we just bring this up, because this is something that I've been looking at as like normies coming back as well. But you go, OSF.
This is what got me like super horny. This is what this person said. Excited. Wrong use of words there. If we get an Ethereum on-chain season with institutional ETH bid and institutional on-chain, CT is going to be reminded of what real money looks like. These kids who joined in the last year have never seen hundreds of millions in liquidity, not market cap, aping into unaudited LP farms hours after the farm launch. Never seen someone go from $8 grand in SHIB to $5.7 billion fucking dollars on chain. Never seen JPEG selling for 6-7 figures with dozens of sales per day for months in a row. Multiple wallets spending 7 figures per quarter on each on one-on-one art. You think retail trenches were hot? You think your friends and family KOLs were rich? 2024 to 2025 whales are basically human MEV bots or scammers. Trenches was a bunch of crackheads playing hot potato in comparison to 2020 to 2021. Ethereum whales are fuck you rich, tycoon rich, NBA all-star rich. If we get an institutional narrative and bid, we get a real bull run.
Yeah, so I think I agree with that. I just don't love the narrative of that. Oh, you should go all in on like the 10x. I think people can make money, but I think you have to be very selective. I still think you have, like, look at that as a chart though. That feels like right now, like that's the balls tingling of TradFi right there. Like they've gone like, right, we can go and we can pump this thing a little bit, and you've got enough people on it, and it doesn't have to have that big a move. Like it could just go to 0.04, right? And it's not even close to all-time high. I think when it would start to get frothy is if ETH goes to like all-time high. That's when the give me anything, I need a 10x sort of thing would start to come up again. At 2K, I feel like it's still just the start of that.
I actually think, now that we talked about this, and I looked at this ETH-BTC chart like yesterday, but so what I just said, how I think, okay, maybe the retail guys are going to feel priced out of crypto because BTC, whatever, institutional land grab. But I've got normie friends sending me Instagram posts like about XRP. And they're like, oh, this guy says if you put $1,000 in XRP, it's going to be 50,000. What do you think? And I'm like, that's retarded. And like literally I had a conversation with my homie I've known for 20 years. And he's like, I don't know, bro, like blah, blah. And I'm like, listen, bro, you're telling Wayne Gretzky how to shoot the puck. Like, do you know who I am, kind of thing? Like, not to sound like a dick, but like, bro, I mean, I've been doing this a while. So anyways, my point being, actually, maybe they come to chase ETH, as much as I think ETH is kind of gay and like whatever. But like, if ETH goes to all-time high, then they're going to start saying it's going to 50 grand. And like, it's a good thing for normies to chase because it's much more accessible than Bitcoin. Anyone I talk to about Bitcoin, and I've been telling the same people the same shit for at least 5 years, buy Bitcoin, DCA it, don't think about it. And they're, oh, but it's so expensive. Why would I? But what about this other thing, right? ETH could fit the bill, man. Like,
I just, and I'm not bearish on Bitcoin at all. Like, I think Bitcoin's going high. I think that's the wrong way to look. But I just feel as though there's just enough people on it that can make this happen. But so if we think that, let's say ETH does go to like 4 to 5K, let's just live in that world. Like it goes to 5K. What do you think are your winners there, OSF? I can't imagine we get like a pump fun on ETH style thing happening. So like, what's the 10x moves? Is there's only a small number of ETH memes, but like, do you think it's DeFi that people go all in for? Do you think it's
Well, it's two things. I think first, meme coins continue to show that they're a good like base to the market. The hard part now compared to a year and a half ago is that you have a lot to choose from, but that's only on Sol. On ETH, there's probably like 5 memes to choose from, right? There's Pepe, Mog, Nero, I think is the 4th largest meme. What's the other big one that I'm missing?
SPX?
SPX, so, yeah. And then the 5th largest one is Rekt.
Yeah.
So those are the top 5 memes on ETH. And okay, is Pepe going to do a 10x? It's tough, but it does take it to like Doge SHIB levels, which is possible for a meme that is so well renowned as Pepe. Can Rekt do a 10x from 190 million market cap? Yeah, absolutely. Why not? Like, it's those within that category. I think you want to own some of that stuff because it has a high probability of working out. DeFi stuff is tricky, but I think there's 2 or 3 catalysts there that can get that stuff going again. But I just don't know what I would own in that space. Like, is it Lido?
Do you think there's any chance that people go back to trenching on ETH though? Like, I feel like I want to rip out my eyeballs. And
it's not. That's the beauty of ETH. It's not trenching. There's no PvP. Yeah. It's just 5 front runners, and that's it.
But it was.
It was for a while. For a while, it was. Yeah.
It won't be trenching IMO, but the teams will come back, like, and there will be traditional shitcoin launches that they try to push up to $1 billion, and like half of them are scams. And I actually kind of like that environment because there's less noise and there's less like chaos. Whereas, the environment of 1,000 coins launched a minute on Sol is fun, but there's a lot going on. So I think that if ETH goes up a lot and memes kind of have to be part of the story, you'll actually see a lot of launches, and they'll try to like do another Nero. Like Nero was only 8 months ago or something, right? Like less, I think. So there'll be that stuff. It could be good. Maybe there's some new stuff to emerge. But I think like I've always been the winners will win more. Like the winners become super winners. So that 5 coin list. I want to FUD my baby Hyperliquid. As you guys were talking, I tried to long Rekt and Mog on Hyperliquid, and neither of them are on perps there, which is a bit crazy. Then I'm like, I got Lighter open and I tried to go long them on Lighter, which is like, whatever. I'm not trying to show Lighter, but sometimes they have stuff Hyperliquid doesn't have. And so you got to get them to add Rekt to perps on Hyperliquid, bro. I should tweet. Yeah, I'm going to tweet it right now, to be honest.
I actually texted OSF this like 3 days ago. I don't really know how it hasn't happened yet.
We won an auction for a Rekt ticker for the spot auctions. And so we will have Rekt on Hyperliquid spot very soon. In order to get perps, you need to have strong community support from like the Hyperliquid community. But I think once we've got spot and we paid for a ticker, so we won the auction for it. That's an interesting thing, by the way. I think these Hyperliquid auctions right now for spot tickers are fucking cheap. Like we paid 35 grand or whatever it is for ours. I think the next one printed at like close to 40K. But these tickets were printing for like 500K back in December or something. And at the end of the day, like look at how much volume Pump Fund Spot did on Hyperliquid, like insane amounts of volume. So it's very clear that it's going to be like one of the main trading venues, probably even like potentially better and more supported than some of the tier 1 centralized exchanges. So to pay like, 5 figures to get onto that, to get your spot ticker onto it, I think is an absolute bargain. And I reckon those auctions will be like 100K plus very soon, like in a few days. And I think they're going to go up to like 7 figures for those auctions because it's just like you're getting
without naming names. How much do you reckon it is to get onto a tier 1 exchange for spot and perps?
It depends. Like there are some tier 1 exchanges which don't charge you anything for it if you've demonstrated enough volume and demonstrated enough support. For some tier 1 exchanges, you can kind of like muddle your way through and pay 7 figures to do it. Some of them require like 7-figure security deposits where you have to hit certain targets in order to get your money back. So it's not cheap, like generally speaking, apart from like 1 or 2 of them, and it's where 1 or 2 of them where you don't have to pay anything, but it's extremely hard to get onto them. The others are not cheap; they're very, very expensive. And here you can get onto Hyperliquid, which is up there with all of them, and you're paying fucking, it costs us like 35 grand. Like that is, I'm sorry, but that is an absolute steal and a complete mispricing of the cost of getting a spot ticker onto Hyperliquid, where there's a fuck ton of capital right now. Like, that is the wrong price. And I'm glad we won our auction, but it's the wrong fucking price.
Yeah, I mean, it did dominate the pump fund at launch, right? Like, you could see from the volumes that it was dominating even the other exchanges. I actually agree with that take. I think that's a very good. I mean, it's a good use case for any of these exchange coins. If I'm honest, like, I'm surprised Binance haven't thought about this for just BNB, right? Like, having auctions for BNB in there for listings, right?
Well, their
Or at least-
business model is like insider scams, right? They just buy dead coins or like demand half the supply. Like they're actually, look, Hyperliquid is going to change the way that the entire industry works, and probably a bit of TradFi too. Look what Phantom did, right? Like, they're now a distributor for Hyperliquid. OSF, totally agree with you. The tickers are massively underpriced. They'll be 7 figures. I think buying a ticker is way smarter than buying an ETH name ever was. Not like I'm going to do it, but I've tossed the idea around because people aren't going to have an option, right? There'll be no other venue. Like, Hyperliquid will have all the liquidity. And so it's already happening fast. Like, look at Pump, man. It's crazy. And Binance, you know how, you don't have to believe me, but the proof that I'm right is CZ talking about how he's going to start a dark pool DEX during all that James Wynn stuff. And he's like, full transparency is bad. I'm going to start a dark pool DEX and blah, blah, blah. Bro, he's coping. The richest guy to ever come out of crypto is coping. And then he said he's never actually made a trade on a DEX. So, like, he has no idea what he's talking about, right? So, yeah, massively bullish. Buy tickers, maybe. I don't know. I'm not going to buy any. But the Rekt buy was sick.
Yeah, I mean, you should look for tickers that haven't yet been taken. The way it works is you win like the right to deploy a ticker. So you should look for tickers that haven't yet been taken, and then just bid them. Like, and you'll probably be able to move them, because at some point it will be 7 figures. And if you get a good ticker, there must be some good shit out there that hasn't been taken yet.
So it's like ENS or like
kind of like the ENS kind of vibe. Yeah.
You gotta rob somebody. Like, you gotta pick somebody who's gonna have no choice.
I was going to ask this, Coop, because you're probably a bit closer to it, because I do think that in that world of ETH at 5K, people will naturally look. If it's not at hype, I do think they'll look at like the hype ecosystem. Is there much you think to pay attention to right now with the hype EVM stuff? I saw there was that Project X which launched, which had a lot of hype, as in like a lot of people selling it, but then it I don't want to say disappointed, but it just seemed to be a DEX, and people were like, "Oh, maybe this isn't as big as it was." But are there things that you're paying attention to on it?
No, man, there aren't. 99% of my hype exposure is just stay type, and then like I make trades and stuff, and like I actually use it as my preferred like spot exchange. I don't use any sexes. Like, I'm using it a lot, but my assets like allocated to hype as a trade are all just stay type. And I'm on the EVM, like, I'm doing stuff. I've tried out the protocols, and I think it's a good place to explore. But it's a net additive thing, right? But I think that like we'll have to go down the road a bit to see how the EVM and Hyperliquid Core and like their stack all works together, and like what Jeff's grand vision is, because they don't really talk a lot, right? They just release stuff. And I think that you'll see, like, you know, they just did Core Writer, which is like, it gives, and I'm not a technical guy, right? So don't like crucify me in the comments, but it allows the EVM dApps to write to Hyperliquid Core. And like, that'll open up a bunch of different types of DeFi use cases and stuff like that I can't describe. But I think it's early. I'm not really, I guess for me, the reason to be on the EVM exploring some of the protocols would be for like a forthcoming Hyperliquid airdrop, because surely that will play into it. But for me, it's still, it makes the most sense to just have hype staked. You're going to get the airdrop too. And like I guess my active time spent looking around for ways to make money in crypto, I'm trading perps a bit on Hyperliquid, but it's still just memes, especially with the pump thing. There's a lot of excitement back. So I don't think it's like the active, I don't want to call it mid curve, because maybe I'll be wrong, but like a lot of people are writing these hype EVM farming guides. I don't think that's the approach, but I am watching.
But I think you hit a nail on the head, which is something that I do think will come back pretty strong, which is we spoke about how we slightly prefer these sort of app chains or apps which become more, and then they're going to allocate some of their airdrop to like the native ecosystem. We spoke about hype. Pump, people are talking about maybe the creator coins get part of the airdrop, like maybe that's part of the trade. Abstract, I feel like with the move in PENGU now, kind of makes that a more interesting ecosystem suddenly too, because I think people are just like looking for exposure. I can imagine that dominates the next 6 months. Those three things: Pump, Abstract, and Hype, with the desire for some upcoming airdrop for all three of them, kind of getting people back to farming.
Yeah, PENGU's nuts, man. That's good that you pulled up the chart. Like, look at this thing, man. It looks like Rekt, which is also sick. But Luca's just been nuts. Like, come on, this is crazy. He got every business in the world that's like cool to change their PFP to a penguin. Like, really, that's like a can't fade the team thing. And it's a good meme. It's like wholesome, but it's also cool. And like, I think it'll be. I tweeted today that, and I got that. I think it's like the third time Ansem's retweeted a post about mine about PENGU quote tweet, but I think it'll be the second biggest meme by the end of the cycle. I don't know if it'll stay there forever. And the Penguins, they have the right mentality. They're in my comments being like, Kook, it's gonna flip Doge. Like, I personally don't think it can flip Doge, just like nothing can flip Bitcoin. Doge is the Bitcoin of meme coins. And it's fine if it becomes the second biggest meme coin in crypto. That's fucking amazing. I think that's what'll happen by the end of the cycle. Or there's a really good chance. I love PENGU. And then that has made me, I kind of been not fading Abstract. I like it because, like, I think them and Pump will have to go to war over streaming.
Right.
And, like, I think Abstract's got a good angle on it all. And, like, again, the management, like, they have that one's based. Like, one is super degen, right? And one is, like, more consumer product for everybody. But PENGU's move for sure has me more interested in Abstract. Whereas I wasn't really putting money over there. I was kind of fucking around. I did a couple streams and, like, you know, but yeah, PENGU is gonna change the trajectory of Abstract.
I think so too. I think that's changed. We spoke about it a week ago, whether it was like a distraction or maybe, you know, he should have just focused on PENGU. But now, if we do head into this ETH to 4K, I think PENGU, because it's an L3 or whatever, like, it becomes more interesting play. There has been some degenning on there. I know people have been like, there's been meme coins, there's been certain numbers of like runners that people have been doing there. I can imagine that
they had a really good GameFi Ponzi. Did you see Bitcoin?
Yeah,
I'm kind of waiting for another, and it was a
Yeah.
cool, like, all the streamers were streaming it and like people were interested. It collapsed very fast, but it was pretty cool. I think a GameFi type Ponzi that's streamer friendly on Abstract could really cook. There's probably some teams probably cooking one up right now, more than one. But I'm interested in that kind of stuff that's streaming friendly on Abstract.
Yeah, I mean, we've been in the queue of stuff to get done. We're looking to integrate ETH with them, but we need to get a couple of things sorted with like Privy to get that done. But with a streaming audience, you need that degen product that people are actually playing on or like can stream on a regular basis or can go to easily. And it feels like gaming, gambling, like trading, like probably the three in crypto which work the best. We're actually on Kick now. We are regularly like the #1 stream in the crypto section for Kick at the moment. Like, there's not
Gotta put that on the pitch deck for Alan.
Yeah, exactly.
When we get the Pump deal.
That was another thing we spoke about today. Like, if it's ETH, or this doesn't feel as there's that many like main characters, let's say, or like there's not a lot of the KOLs kind of burnt themselves out in the first half of this year. And I think there's a few different coins that people own for like that kind of cult of personality. We spoke about how SPX with Murad, OSF, you've got Rekt, like there's various like more bonk guy related coins, but there's not that many others. And I was thinking that maybe Rasmr's coin is not a terrible trade here. Like, as a coin that could 2 to 3x and maybe get an airdrop. It's only at 10 million. It's not in no way is it a meme. But we kind of gave him his flowers maybe a couple of weeks ago for like being the hardest working. I get the feeling that that one's not a bad, if you're looking for a degen player, it's not a bad one.
I love Rasmr. I think he's the best crypto native streamer, and I don't think it's close. I'm not trying to like trash anyone else, but he's awesome. Like, he's funny. Like, the Zoomers are gonna like him. Well, we got to see like if he can grow. But my thesis is like he can do pretty good if that's where, like, if there's an appetite for this stuff and people want to come from outside crypto to consume retarded crypto streams and gamble on coins. I would back Rasmr. I actually just bought some of the coin because that's a good idea. I think. Yeah,
Did you
cool,
see?
Man.
Did you see him calling out Aiden Ross for selling his ETH at the lows? And then
I did see that.
A little bit of a meltdown, and then ETH has just continued to rally. So I think it's kind of funny because Aiden Ross was seen as like, oh, he called the top perfectly, but he should have kept on to his ETH, and then he would have been like kind of a mini god in crypto for like knowing that Solana wasn't the trade at that time, and like, but he sold his ETH, so it's not. I don't know if it really works as well. But you're right. Like they know him. The main streamers clearly like the fact that Aiden Ross like knew him by first name says that he's being annoying enough that people know who he is.
I love this orangey meme, by the way.
Oh yeah, the orangey meme.
That meme below, it's just getting started. It's so good.
He was you see him on the private jet.
I did see that.
Yeah, that got some mixed reaction.
Yeah. They're just kids, man. Like fucking, that's what people do when they're that young and have a ton of money. I have no idea. Like they're gonna look back on that when they're our age and be like, "What the fuck was I doing?" But I probably would have done the same thing if I was like fucking 22 and worth 7 or 8 figs. That's
a prime example of marketing that works for people outside of crypto, but doesn't work for people inside of crypto. Like outside of crypto, be like, "Oh my god, it's so cool!" Like, "Oh, it's nice car, nice jet." Whereas inside the crypto, like you show any sort of flashiness, and everyone just like piles on you. You have to be like Kobe, you know.
Maybe that's why I like Rasmr and I don't like these other guys on the jets. Like, not like I don't like them, but it doesn't really resonate with me. And Rasmr is just kind of like, he was on the street in a Moo Dang costume, right? And you just had the video. He's pitching fart coin to like a hedge fund, like, but he's not pulling up in a Maybach and saying like, "Watch my stream and you can be rich too." Like. Yeah, crypto rejects that, man. That just means scammer. We've seen it too many times.
Yeah. Thoughts on Chill House? This is easily my favorite.
This is so good.
My favorite thing about crypto in the last 6 months.
Oh my god, we're glazing Rasmr so hard.
Me how fine shit. Thoughts on Chill House? I hope Chill House does well. I like that meme. Cool. So we're basically saying we think this continue. It does feel like a TradFi has discovered ETH and is willing to shill it, and it's easier to maybe choose the 5 coins that you pick. There's probably going to be some big gainers, but it may be more ETH related, and we're kind of saying pump fun ecosystem, hype ecosystem, abstract ecosystem, maybe the places to look. I think I agree with that. Top down, like those are the places where I think you're going to make the most money. I said it last week though, and I'll say it again now. Part of me thinks that Solana is due a candle where like it's become, everyone's like written it off a little bit. It's definitely become less consensus. You know what I mean? It's become like the ETH of 2024 a little bit here. And I reckon it's got a move, which probably means like fart coin like doubles. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with you. The issue, well, not the issue. Like I hold some Sol, and I'm bullish on Sol long term with no time frame. But I guess my response to that, or the first thing I think, is that people were saying that about ETH for like 2 years.
Yeah,
you know, like every week on the timeline, just like, oh, it's bottomed. Like, just wait, you're gonna see a move you've never seen before, and it's like goes down another 80% over the next year. Like, so you never know what's gonna happen.
To be clear, I completely agree with that. I think it's gonna be like ETH in that it rallies last and you sell everything when it rallies. You know, it's like, oh god, Solana's rallying now, and like that's like the final thing. But at the same time, in that world, Pepe rallied, Mog rallied. I think Fartcoin can rally. I think some of the major Sol memes, Pengu's rallying right now. Like I don't think Sol beta is necessarily a terrible trade. I just don't know if Sol is.
Cool. Sol's 172. It already happened.
Yeah, it's definitely rallying.
It's a pretty big move. Like, I haven't checked. Cool.
The ETH's about. I mean, look at the ETH chart right now.
Yeah, ETH's crazy. 23% a week.
Yeah, that's big, isn't it?
It outperformed Hyperliquid over 7 days. 22% for Hype. That's crazy.
Wow, we're close to hitting 3,300 now. Fuck.
we were speaking about it before. In that, do you think Pump takes a little bit out of the wind out of the sails of Hyperliquid? It does feel like that is a narrative on the timeline now a little bit. And Pump Pump's up 50-60% since TGE, and I think we all said it was along, and we all said it was around there. Like it wouldn't be a 3 or 5x, but it would be like a 2x. Do you
I think they will be I think they'll be
Oh.
compared endlessly because they're the big revenue generating app businesses. But I don't know if they're really in direct competition. I saw a post yesterday that called Hyperliquid a bet on the acceleration of markets and Pump a bet on the acceleration of degeneracy. And so I think that they're not in direct competition, but like they're similar bets.
I see that. That makes sense to me.
What do you think, KBM? Like on Pump, I know you got in for the TGE. You said you got out. Like,
yeah, no views. I don't know.
No.
No. Probably goes up.
I thought it would be OSF that takes a backseat more, but it's actually been you more. Like,
yeah, no, I'm battling depression about not owning any of these assets. So
no,
just gonna sit here.
ETH, you could ride this thing up to 5K, dude. This thing is not having any dips. Like,
no, it looks great. Yeah, no, it was wonderful.
ETH does look really good, and I'm also coping a bit because when Abstract launched, like for the launch, I LP'd like for the first week, and then I was like pretty bearish on ETH, and I took it all off and just sold it all, and then like I sold most of my. I think I was out of ETH by 2,500, and like whatever, I made it back, but I have very little ETH left, and I'm like, I mean, a lot of it went into Hyperliquid and was whatever, like opportunity cost is higher if I didn't make those moves, but I'm still looking at ETH like I deserve this because I wasn't patient. And now I'm going to die of coke because it's going to go to 10K finally. I longed it and stuff, right? But I had I had a sizable spot bag and I just got too bearish.
I think that that's what it looks like it's trading like right now. It feels like the dips are just getting bought. When Peter Thiel is like FOMOing into an ETH treasury company, like you just feel as though, oh god, like this is gonna be bid. I think we called it all right, OSF. You said you sold the ETH for the Rekt treasury, and I was like, no.
Yeah, I mean, we sold the ETH, but we spent 200K buying back Rekt coin. Guess how much that's worth now? Well, Michael, because I texted you today about it, but it's worth almost.
No, I didn't look.
So it's worth almost $1.2 million.
Wow, so you did 6x.
We did a 6x on that, yeah, which we still own. But so I was like, okay, we have enough like crypto exposure for our treasury. We don't need to do long ETH.
Yeah, that was a pretty good trade. Yeah, I do think that it will probably have like one nasty wick down, just knowing that people are going to like FOMO into this sort of stuff. But I think it's pretty clear that it goes to 4K. Whether it goes to 5K, I think is kind of the more difficult decision. And then on these treasury sort of companies, we spoke about. I think we spoke about SBET on this show, or did we speak about it on Friday's show? But that one like did a 3-4x, and everyone's piling into that. Is there any of these other plays that you think could be interesting? Like Coin just hit an all-time high again. Like it's getting frothy out there for a bunch of those crypto companies, but I feel as though they could just keep going. Like they may be. I still think that Coin may be a better long than 99% of crypto here.
I like Circle a lot. I got a bag of Circle. Yeah, I think it can get really big. It's like the regulated stablecoin issuer that's American. Sky's the limit, man. It's like the digital Fed of the decentralized world.
Yeah, I think Circle can do well. I don't know if it's going to go like a 10x from here. I guess I'm looking for, because this is a bit more like 10x sort of a show, but it feels as though they're just going to go higher. if the rest, and there's a build today, right, about it. What about NFTs? Do you think any of that stuff comes back? Because PENGU's massively outperformed Pudgy Penguin's NFTs, but you're right, OSF, that like in the past, ETH whales, when they've become wealthy,
It would only make sense, right?
NFT.
You gotta think NFTs are coming back too.
Arthur Hayes rocked up.
Anyone wants to buy some one-on-one art, let me know.
Oh, here we go.
Those are the days. Me and KBM head-to-head bidding on shit.
Good stuff.
You're right. 2021 was a very different sort of cycle. I don't know if crypto art's come. There was a crypto art auction this week, right? Which caused some controversy. Like, it didn't sell out, and I think it was close or something like that. It still doesn't feel like crypto art is really at a spot where like people are buying it. But I think CryptoPunk's good. Like, if Arthur Hayes rocks one, and you get all these other ETH like TradFi people rocking them again, that could become a bit of like a Veblen good again.
Didn't Trump say that he's going to start a strategic NFT treasury like yesterday on Truth Social? I swear, unless it was fake.
No.
Right?
It was a camel shit post, and Mario Norfell retweeted it, or like posted it as like an original post, and everyone thought it was real.
Whoa. What a good shit post. Jeez. Yeah, I just saw like a screenshot and I was like, well, that's insane.
He got me with the 500 million is locked in the pump contract as well. He's got me a couple of times at the moment. Low key, good.
He's good. I do rate him a lot. He's funny.
He knows that no one ever checks the chain, or like particularly goes onto a different platform to check what's been posted. Like, no one's ever.
No, I don't have Truth Social. Like,
exactly. Like, you could say anyone said anything on Truth Social, and probably people would believe you. It's just like checking the chain. But yeah, do you think any of those are plays? Maybe punks. The punks.
The problem is, it's a question of like opportunity cost, right? Like, if you have punks aren't cheap, so it's a lot of money you put in a punk. And then could something else outperform? Could something else be more liquid? You can sell partials or something else. You can't really like partially sell your punk. That's the tricky part, I think.
What about Milady? Milady's gonna be the.
Milady's
I mean, you can imagine
Milady's at all time.
A lot higher.
You know, like, everyone should own a Milady, I think.
I think they're like the most durable NFT that ever came out, maybe, aside from punks. Like, they always had a community in the bear market. They spawned the most derivatives, like what I was saying before we went live. Like, actually, if you do the derivative test, Milady has more derivatives than anyone by a mile.
There's like a Remilio derivative on every fucking chain. Like,
yeah, at least one. Most chains have a couple.
Yeah, exactly.
ENS, are they coming back? Is it cool to have a .eth again?
We're about 3-digit ENS.
3-digit ENS is
we
now...
still have our 3-digit ENSs.
We still have one, yeah. It's now 4 ETH. It's 4 ETH for 3-digit
I was going to say we should dump it, but
it was trading at 2 ETH, I think. God. So those are rallying, actually.
I wouldn't mind offloading some of those.
Yeah. Maybe ENS. I don't know.
Ian, actually, you know what a good beta to ETH is? ENS, like the actual like coin. I wonder how that's doing.
Oh, you mean like the coin? Yeah. That's probably giga sending.
That's
right?
A good basis to see.
The ones that people have, it's up 20% today. Actually, good call.
Well, not it's late,
and looks like a nice little chart.
That looks like a nice chart.
That one.
That could send.
The other ones in DeFi that I think have been brought up are like the bigger names. There's Syrup, which is like the Maple Finance one, which is trades like 400-500 million, which people look at.
You know what else could send? Ethereum Classic.
Why do you always bring up Ethereum?
I love Ethereum Classic. Like that, I guarantee Ethereum Classic's at $20 right now. I guarantee you that will do like a 2 or 3x at some point in the next like 3 months. And there's just gonna be one day when everyone's like, "Oh my god, Ethereum Classic's like ripping."
That's when you sell everything.
Yeah, to be clear, that's when you sell it.
That is when you sell everything. I don't know. Like, maybe Ethereum Classic. I don't think we can come on Rekt Radio and say that's a 10x.
I love it.
Yeah. God, no, that's a horrific chart. I'm not getting involved in that, dude.
That's a tempting chart. You don't think it's a tempting chart?
Maybe.
I like it.
I think some of the DeFi plays look nice. Like, there's some that I think could actually gig ascend, but we're talking like 3x. I think an ETH, honestly, I think an ETH rally is not like a Solana rally because it's a less degen. It's just less degen now. It's a bit more institutional. It's a bit more like 40-plus-year-olds own stuff, and like they're not in it for a 10x. They're in it for like a 2 or 3x and like good yield.
They'll probably chase
you know?
like L2 governance tokens like ARB and Optimism, stuff like that.
Yeah,
to do okay
for a 2x.
Yeah,
you know, it'll be like ARB is going to 2x. I just don't feel like any of this stuff is like, oh my god, this is just going to like gig ascend. I think that will probably stay on Solana, but just with less capital. Let's say like Send stuff or Hyperliquid will be the big movers. I don't know if there's anything else like in terms of like stuff that I'm looking at. I looked at some of the AI stuff this week with like Grok 4 and like if there's any interesting AI meets crypto plays, but it still feels like that's a little bit like a graveyard of people saying it's going to be a big thing, but
yeah.
None of those AI OSF that you held, I know you got rid of them at some stage, but like they kind of just petered out again.
Yeah, I'm not a big believer in crypto AI. I think, well, who knows, man? Like Tao and Kita did okay.
Crypto, yeah. I mean, I actually think it's going to have another run, but I don't own any of it anymore because I simplified everything that I had just to focus on Rekt. But I do think you'll see another run in that stuff at some point this year.
That's what I was saying. Like AI 16Z never really is still like hanging out, kind of close to the lows. None of those coins have really participated.
Virtuals kind of did.
How was looking okay.
Yeah, Virtuals is up a decent amount off the lows, I'd say.
Do we have to do spins?
The Virtuals?
We're running up against time. I think we got a hard stop, right? So.
All right, yeah, fair enough. Virtuals, I think they've played like the marketplace thing, and it hasn't quite worked out. So I don't know if that's going to work. KBM, you want to take it away with the spins? Who's gonna?
Yeah, I mean, I have the count up, but I don't know what to do.
I think Intern, are you around?
I guess we're spinning right now for who's coming up today. Okay, right.
Yeah. Yeah, we're spinning it 3 times, right? Or 3 times. So to be clear, we have 138 viewers. Wow, that is decent. We're doing this based on your volume each week, by the way. So make sure you're betting on YEET. I think that we have like a minimum amount that you have to have done each week to be eligible.
Never lucky.
2 now? Never lucky. Wow.
This time lucky. Oh, shit. Arctic. Oh, I thought it was artsy.
Oh, wow.
It's not artsy. Arctic.
No. Okay, so how do we want to do it? So we've got three winners. I think we just play for them then quickly and
yeah.
Wow, this is the most efficient show we've done with 4. KBM keeping us honest with the timing.
Yeah, I was having so much fun. I didn't want to go too much fun.
What's wrong with you? You just depressed because ETH is going higher?
Many such reasons. But anyway, are we doing lamb chop?
Yeah, let's do lamb chop. I think it's the funnest game. So do you want to run it? KBM feels like the sort of guy who's taking you to the barn.
Yeah, no, we're going to the barn. What are the rounds?
So I think we do it with 1,000, right? So they got 500 in the bank, and it's one round of. Should we get the music on?
Yeah. Well, okay. The fuck? Can you guys hear it now?
Okay. Yeah, we can. Yeah.
What if I full screen? Oh, look at that. Okay.
Who is this for? Who are we playing for this time?
Yeah.
Intern, do you know?
Who's the first person?
Oh, here we go.
Efong. Who's playing for Efong? Which one of you guys?
Efong, are you? You can say how far you want us to go if you want Efong in the chat. If not,
is he in the chat? No, one of you guys just do it. Why don't we just do it our way?
All right, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
I'll do one of them.
Go.
Oh. you say go? You didn't. Go ahead.
I didn't say go yet. What do you think, Amir? This is. I think go one more time.
Oh,
no. Oh my goodness, that was gonna
I'll
be
do Never Luckies. So
Yifeng, I'm sorry, you get 500
I'm going
bucks.
Never Luckies.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Come on, let's go.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Now I think we should bank this, right? Brother!
All right, Arctic.
Oh, Kook. All right, Kook, you're up.
Holy shit! I mean, like, I had to jump.
No.
All right,
is hungry
good
today,
day
boys.
Is there just 500 each for all of them?
500
We
each
should
for
do
all of
one
them.
more spin
That's
for everyone.
good.
Let's do one more spin for all of them. I'll run it. We'll split it between you guys. Okay, go. Let's go 4 times and see where we end up. No, don't do this. This is a joke.
It looks like there's a lot of RTP left for whoever plays next.
Should we try one on Death
No,
Wish?
that's not worth it. Hard. Let's try one on very hard.
Okay, just once.
All right, fellas. Good day. Nice seeing you.
All right, 500 for
500
everyone.
for everyone.
I'm sorry, guys. We really did try and win you guys more money there. We'll have to do it next time. 500 each. Good. GG's, everyone. Good show. I've been hearing whispers that big traders are watching this show. Big traders are upset with some of the comments we're making. Big traders are.
Who?
Yeah, dude. I've seen screenshots of people upset with our based takes each week. But I'm loving it. I think the show's really good at the moment. And go follow us on Kick. Like we said, we're approaching 1,000 followers on Kick, and we're getting 150 to 200 live viewers a show. So this is going to be the biggest show in crypto. We're going full Rasmr mode.
Yeah, Rasmr mode.
Hit us up, Alan. Hit us up, Luca. Let's do it.
Go.
All right, guys. See you guys soon. See you guys next week.